What's going on, guys? How you doing today? You doing good? Are you doing good today? That's good. So I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I feel bad about that. Okay, so yesterday I just got back from going to Six Flags. It was like a 1.5 day trip thing, if that makes sense. So coming back from that trip made me realize that not a lot of people know the unwritten rules of being a co-pilot when it comes to road trips, right? So, I don't know if you saw the title of this video or just clicked on it because it popped up and you saw my lovely face. But here are 5 unwritten rules of being a co-pilot in a car. Okay, so the first rule of being a co-pilot in a car, which I don't know why a lot of people seem to forget, but this is like by far the most important rule. Rule number 1 is stay awake. Okay, that's the number 1 rule of being a co-pilot, stay awake. Your job, okay, as co-pilot is to make sure the driver, aka me, stays awake during the trip. But it's so hard for me to do that if you fell asleep on me. Like let's say it's just us two going on a trip, right? I'm driving, it's late at night. If you fall asleep, I have nobody to talk to, I have nobody to kind of keep me awake and energized and everything, or to help me focus on the road, right? By far, the number 1 most important rule of being a co-pilot is staying awake. All right, now rule number 1 and rule number 2 kind of go hand in hand if you think about it. Rule number 2 is you navigate us. You tell the driver where we're going. As a driver, yes, it is your responsibility to know like where we're going, kind of get an idea. But if it's a place you've never been before and you need directions, it's very hard as a driver to be able to look at the directions, focus on the road, and then pay attention to the signs of where you need to exit and stuff, right? So as your co-pilot, the second rule is that you navigate. You are the navigator. You tell me where to exit, where my exit's coming up, how far I got, how much time I got, where I gotta go, what I gotta do, what I gotta look at, where I'm exiting, what I'm doing, where am I going, what am I doing. Don't fall asleep, because if you fall asleep, you can't navigate me. And if you don't navigate me, we're lost. It's over. Game over. We lost. All right, so rule number 3 not only applies to the co-pilot, but just kind of everybody else in the car when it comes to road tripping is have good music. I'm sorry, but as much fun as you have with like your friends or whoever it is that you're going road tripping on a day-to-day basis, you have to have good music. If you don't have good music, the road trip just seems a lot more dragged out, and it seems like it's, I don't know, like it's not as fun. You know what I mean? So this not only applies to the co-pilot, it applies to all the passengers, and it also applies to the person who has the aux cord, because if you play bad music, all right, your aux cord privileges are just pulled and you're done, like it's over. All right, now rule number 4, a lot of co-pilots I feel like a lot of co-pilots don't do this to help out the driver because they don't really think about it and they're like, oh, well, they can drive and do this at the same time. But rule number 4 is you have to help the driver eat. All right, like let's say if you bought a bag of like potato chips, or if you have, I don't know, like a sandwich from some sandwich shop. It's very difficult for the driver to be able to like look at the road and then kind of reach over and grab the sandwich and also grab a chip and be able to do all this other stuff. So your job as the co-pilot is you have to help the driver eat if there's food. That's rule number 4, and it's an unwritten rule that I feel gets looked over so much because so many people are focused on everything else that they don't realize, hey, I'm eating, so the driver should be able to figure out how he can eat. All right, now the 5th and final rule applies to everybody in the car, whether you're the co-pilot, whether you're in the back seat, whether you're in the trunk. I don't know why you'd be in the trunk, but even if you're in the trunk because you got a lot of people, but whatever, okay? Rule number 5 is you have to jam out together. No matter if you're the co-pilot, you're the driver, whatever. Even if it's just you and the driver, you have to jam out, all right? Like if you get some banging song that's just is everybody's favorite, it's a classic everybody loves, number 1 job is to jam out together, because you have to be able to have fun on the road trip. You can't just be focused like driving the entire time. You have to be able to have fun, because that is the point of a road trip, to have fun, spend time together, and just jam out to every single amazing song possible. All right, and that to me, I feel are 5 very important rules as a co-pilot that a lot of people don't know about and they forget when it comes to road trips or driving in the car. So the next time that you're a co-pilot or you're a passenger or anything, remember these rules. Remember the rules that I suggested to you so that you can help your road trip be that much more amazing. Keep that information in your brain so the next time that you have a driver, you're just gonna be the most amazing co-pilot ever. And I promise you, if you do all these things and you're a great co-pilot, you'll always get shotgun. So there you go. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, hit the like button for me. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But until next video, I will tell you guys, peace.